come. I've made so many friends just coming here, and it's a great opportunity. So I'm very grateful, and I'm grateful for all the crowdfunders that are also here in this journey making it possible. So, hey guys, I want to mention an incredible campaign that is our keynote today. So, any cyclists in the room? How many cyclists? I'm actually an avid cyclist here, and as you guys know, one of the biggest dangers is not being seen. That is literally how people get killed. So, I've got somebody who is a lifesaver. Without further ado, let me introduce Drew from Revo Lights. These guys started out on Kickstarter and they are now a business. This is their third rodeo, a successful one. Give them a huge round of applause because these guys made a business. So they're here to talk about how do you get from Kickstarter to a business.
Thank you very much. Hello everyone, nice to meet you all. Hi guys, thank you for your time and welcome. This is our first time here at Crowdfunding, and so far so good. We love, the conversations we've had so far are pretty amazing. And we just wanted to give a little bit of background, going from a project now to a business, it's a huge gap, and it's something scary. And we started this back in 2011 with our campaign. It was just an idea, and really, what we wanted to teach you guys was a little bit of how to make that jump. And I've got a great buddy over here. It was actually his idea, Adam, if he wants to come up and, help me out a little bit. Oh, I see how this works. Anyway, you want to help? Anyway, so Adam was the first, he was the co-founder, or is the co-founder. It was actually his idea out of Davis, and we wanted to just give you a brief overview and also let you guys know that we are, a resource for anybody that's interested in, making that jump. So here's Adam, just to give you a little rundown.
Hey, so I'm Adam, one of the co-founders and the CFO at Revo Lights. We are an innovative bicycle lighting company. We launched our original project in 2011. It was pretty exciting, and at that time it was very much a project, it was an idea. And where it's come from has been an incredible place. We funded the project, we fulfilled many units at this point, but the idea is that at a certain point you turn from being a project to being a company, and it's things like now we need to get product liability insurance, we need to figure out how we're going to hire people. There's so many things that go into actually turning a project into a company, and the reason that I bring that up is because it's something that you can plan for. It's something like a good Kickstarter project that you can really plan well for, and that's something that I believe has lended well to the success of our company and our project and the follow-on project. So, if you guys have any questions about life after Kickstarter, questions about Kickstarter itself, marketing a project, we're happy to answer those questions. Beyond that, we currently have a project funding on Kickstarter for our newest addition to the Revo Lights product family. That's the Revo Lights Arc. It's a bicycle lighted tail light that is able to chart the period of rotation of your tire, know when you're slowing down, and acts as like a bicycle brake light as well. So if you got any questions about that, happy to answer them. And next time you're on Kickstarter, Google Revo Lights. That's who we are. So thank you.
Thanks again, that was Revo Lights. So they're going to be in the back. Go check them out and get yourself some lights. They're really, something for safety. And next, we've got Artemis. So some really awesome jewelry. And they're going to be presenting
conversations. Hi. So just to get things started, I'd like you to think about someone that you love who might be out there walking on the streets right now, because that's what our product is about. This is our lovely model, Emily, showing off Artemis. So Artemis is smart jewelry for personal safety. So how it works is if she's walking down a street and someone tries to assault her, she can press a button 3 times very rapidly. We have our own private security service. They're available 24/7. It sends her personal profile information. It starts tracking her location, so if she gets pushed into a car, it can follow her. It also starts listening. It's smart jewelry. So anything that she says to an assailant, anything that an assailant says to her, is being recorded and sent to the cloud. It can actually be used in a court case. It also does one more thing at the same time when she presses that button. It sends an SMS to her significant other. So her husband is able to know that she's in trouble and also get her location. So multiple people know in under a second that she is having problems and where she is. This is a dramatically different situation than what happens in most assaults. Most of the time, if you're assaulted, it just happens. No one knows where you are. This turns the tables on that. So this is Artemis, smart jewelry for personal safety. Please go to artemisfashion.com. We have a beta program. You can sign up to be one of the first people to try this out. We're going to do an Indiegogo campaign in 2 months. Have a look for it. Once again, artemisfashion.com. Thank you.
Ladies, something really safe and classy. So we've got Steve from Fresh, and he's worked on the hidden radio campaign, which they actually came to our party back in January. Yeah, so they've had 2 campaigns and raised well over $1 million, like $1.5 million. So huge campaigns. So without further ado, tell us about Fresh.
Sure. So Fresh is an agency. We help a lot of brands run Kickstarter projects, and hopefully there are people out there who are running campaigns or thinking about running campaigns. Is anybody thinking about running a campaign? All right, good. So we've done a lot of work, and we put that work into a Medium post on sort of analysis of what constitutes a successful Kickstarter video, and that's what I was asked to speak tonight on to address that. And so hopefully this will help some people out there, and I'm not just wasting your time. We analyzed about 250 Kickstarter videos, and we developed a set of rules that every single blockbuster Kickstarter video or Indiegogo video must follow in order to be a super successful video. And so the 6 rules that we established are, the first rule is that you need to, by the way, I wrote this down in my hand because I've been drinking a little bit, but the first rule is that you need to engage the audience in the first 5 to 10 seconds of your video. And that's incredibly important. Successful founders will tell you what the project is all about right off the bat. Unsuccessful founders will waste that first 5 to 10 seconds. Do not show a clip of your video of your logo spinning around, for example, for 10 seconds. It's a waste of people's time. Instead, tell people precisely what the video is about. So, sort of an archetype of success is the Pebble watch video where he says, "Hi, I'm Eric. This is my smartphone. This is my Pebble." You get it right away. The second point is that you need to tell your story. And a lot of founders are sort of reluctant in terms of telling their own story and being on camera. I love those founders because the reluctant hero plays extremely well. So you have to tell your story. You have to talk to people about, in It's not a video about a product. It's not. It's a project, and people are funding you. And so you need to bring people along for the ride, and you have to give them your background. You have to tell them where you've come from and what you're going to accomplish with your with their money. The third point is you absolutely have to simplify. Unsuccessful founders complicate the hell out of their projects. Successful founders really boil things down in a way that makes it super simple and super easy to understand and digest. I guess we're on point 4. I kind of lost count. Point 4 is that the project needs to be about a movement. This doesn't necessarily hold true for projects that just sort of meet a funding threshold. But all the super successful projects become about more than just the project themselves. The way that a lot of founders do this is through talking about an SDK, right? So there are kind of like limitless possibilities, and like we're going after, Ouya was going after sort of open gaming platforms, and Star Citizen, for example, which is now the most successful funded Kickstarter project of all time. They've raised $38 million. They continued their funding from Kickstarter to their own platform. It's $38 million now, I think. They were about bringing back PC gaming. Making the project more than just kind of about the project itself is extremely important. And then the last point that I'm just going to make this extremely quick. The last point is like be yourself. Unsuccessful founders, a lot of them try to be funny, and unless you are a professional comedian, don't try to be funny. Like I've seen founders like literally talk about a cat, or like they'll put their cat in the video and think that that's cute or funny. Don't do that. Like just be yourself, be genuine, be authentic. If you try to be somebody else, like people will just see right through it, and you will absolutely fall on your face. So without fail, unsuccessful founders try to be something they're not. Just be who you are, be comfortable in your own skin, and you'll be fine. Thanks.
Thank you for all that great information. So hopefully it was really helpful. These guys created an incredible video. Next up, we've got Ethan with Brush, the gaming toothbrush for kids. Brush makes brushing fun for kids by turning it into an interactive game. So I'll let him explain it, but this is really cool because kids love video games. We've got the toothbrush. Take it away, Ethan.
All right, parents of 111 Mina Gallery, put up your drinks if you've had a problem getting your kids to brush their teeth. Drinks up. All right, yes, kids don't like to brush their teeth, and it's a serious problem. It's a battle. We call it the battle in the bathroom. And if you're not a parent, maybe you remember when you were a kid and you yourself didn't like to brush your teeth. So we have to do something about it. Our founder right here, Dr. Yangjing Wang, he got a dental bill for over $2,000 when his kid had a cavity. He's an engineer, he's a PhD in physics. He said something has to be done. The toothbrush basic design has not changed since 1498, okay? So what do we have? We have Brush, the smart gaming toothbrush. Now we make brushing fun for kids. The Brush is a motion sensing toothbrush that wirelessly connects to your cell phone mounted on the bathroom mirror. So the kids have a lot of fun. They can play games that look like this, that look like this, and they wipe away monsters, and they orchestrate music, and they raise pets, all while they're brushing their teeth. It makes brushing fun. We're changing the dynamic from push to pull, and when they're done brushing, all their brushing data is uploaded to the cloud, so the parents get a nice dashboard app. They can track their kids brushing, and they can reward them accordingly. So thanks, we just launched today. If you go to brushgamer.com, you can get a $30 Brush Ultra Early Bird. Thank you.
One second, guys.
sisters, and essentially, yeah, I think we're the only non-tech startup here, which is interesting, I guess. No, that's not true. That's not true. But we make athletic bikinis, and basically they stay on in the water so that essentially your boobs don't pop out. Which pains me to say. I'm sorry that we're doing that, but it is what it is. Actually, our Kickstarter campaign ended a couple of weeks ago, and we were successful, which was really great. So I guess I'll tell you what I think made our campaign a success, and it really came down to doing what we wanted to do. We didn't take the advice of a lot of existing blogs out there. You know, if you look through Kickstarter, you see a lot of videos that are like very high production and they look very nice, and that's all very great and dandy. But I think ours was branded in such a way that we didn't take ourselves too seriously, and we kind of had a sense of humor about things. And I know this like contradicts whoever was up here earlier, but like we were funny in our video, and it resonated with a lot of people. It was like a breath of fresh air. We didn't, you know, we're an athletic company, but we're not Nike and we're not Gatorade. I think we're more like Bill Murray and Caddyshack or something. I don't know. We don't take ourselves too seriously, and it resonated with a lot of people. So like, find your own voice in your own video, in your own brand, and I think that's really the most important thing. And you can find all about us through Kickstarter. I guess we're still up now. It's not ongoing anywhere, but you can see the video. Kinda-fancy.com. So check us out, I guess. And that's it. That's all I got.
Thank you. So next we've got Cedar, and he's got Eileen Designs with it's a clipboard organizer, and I know that he can explain it way better than I can because he's the man with the ideas. So without further ado, we've got Cedar with Eileen.
Hi everybody. I just got my project funded 2 days ago, and I'm actually here. Thank you. I'm actually here to share my experience because it's a small product, and I think on Kickstarter most of these projects are really small products, and I think my experience will help you a little bit. And actually I prepared a keynote, but unfortunately we don't got a projector here, so we just go through it here. So my name is Cedar Wu. I'm a Dutch designer. What did I do? I started 2 Kickstarter projects, and the first one is called I Recycle, and the second one is called Flipper. The first one was not successful. The first one is iPhone case made from recycled paper. It was not successful. Then the second one, we got it funded just 2 days ago. The original goal is we were trying to raise $7,000, but we got $18,000. So here are some suggestions for making the video. So you'd better make your video have a professional look. So just if you have yourself in the video, you'd better keep smile and also try to dress nicely. This is a video I did first for my first project, and it doesn't look nice like this. I guess that's why it failed. And make your video as short as possible. The video with clip-on is a little bit more than longer than 1 minute, but my last one was 4 minutes. That's a little bit bad for that video. And the shorter the video you have more people to know what you want from them at the end, most of the case. for story, you better tell your story very clearly. Tell what problem your product solves straight, and tell the way how you design your product. And about showcase your product. Showcase your product in detail. Showcase your product in person because people want to know you. So for video, professional look as short as possible and tell your story and showcase your product. And in most Kickstarter projects, you have photos of your product. It's really important to show your product in your photo in best ways. Like this is the photo I took at the first time. Then I need to Photoshop it and make the light looks better. So for these photos, it's really important to have great photos and if necessary, just do some Photoshop. And keep consistent for your photos. Because it's branding. Every detail is branding your product. And for set up the reward for your backers, of course, early bird is very important. Because it will help you kick off your project with good amount of backers, and also it will give you good popularity that help you rank higher in popularity. And create your most value tier. Because that's the tier brings you most backers. And people love free shipping. No matter how, just raise your price a little bit to get people free shipping. It will help a lot. And keep updating your project. Every time you update your project, make sure you thank your backers because they are helping you. And a new reward is something that push the project forward. For me, I just put a clip that glows in the dark that had a great push in my project. And all these backers, probably these backers will give you some feedback that what they want to see from your product. Listen to their needs and do what you want to do. Also, stretch goal will help you a little bit, but it's not too much. For stretch goal, you can put in new features or just give them free extra products. And here is a diagram showed how I raised my fund, and there are several high peaks. For early bird, you had a very high peak in the very beginning, and you will get some high peak for press feature. Then, if you have a good update, you will have several high peak too. And then at the very end, Kickstarter will send out the 40-hour reminder that will give you another push. And if you are doing this by yourself, you'd better find someone to help you. And my girlfriend helped me a lot, and I want to thank her. So that's it. Hope this helped you guys. Thank you.
Thank you, Cedar. That was an incredible presentation with Elon Designs. So, Cedar, where can we find you? He does not have a table. Can we find you if anybody wants to? Okay. Well, this is Cedar, guys. Incredible information. Thank you for that. Next up, we've got Start Some Good. So
We got an active Indiegogo campaign. We got 8 days to go. We're almost to our goal. But with your help here tonight, you can help us cross the finish line. www.shoppingbagsolutions.com. Please help. I want to talk to you tonight about the MacGyver approach to innovation. And for those who remember or may not, MacGyver was a TV show in the 90s that ran for about 8 seasons. The main character would do amazing acts to save the day using common household items right in his immediate vicinity. And in the most famous episode, he, using a ballpoint pen, a paperclip, and a Swiss Army knife, defused a nuclear missile. So we use this approach to take on a problem, and the problem is people forget their bags. Now, you should do this, just like you should go to the gym and eat your vegetables, but where's the reward? Where's the incentive? Where is that gain for taking an action that pays you back? So incentives, and specifically money, make sense and really work. We're a startup, we don't have the money to pay you to remember to bring your bag, and I don't think that's going to get funded. So we looked around to try and find some incentives that we could leverage, and in this process we discovered you buy a lot of physical consumer packaged goods. It's a $2 trillion industry, and last year they created about $426 billion in rewards, and only $4 billion got executed. So there's $300 billion in savings that consumers are missing out on every year. And looking at that further, we discovered that 90 to 99% of that stuff is paper. So maybe that's the problem, is that there are all these physical paper things that you're getting right now in the mail that you've got sitting, hanging out your house, the gift cards, all that stuff, and you just don't have a good system, a good way to organize them, a good way to take advantage of this. So that's why we created this. It's a great reusable shopping bag with clear external pockets. You can take it, and you can take all this stuff, put it in the bag, have it with you, and go shopping. You get your rewards, you get your incentives, problem solved. The other reason why this really works is we're adding utility and value, and you have a way to customize or individualize your bag, and so it's just not this one thing, it's an integral part to your shopping experience. So the next question you probably have is, well, why should I care? Why does this matter? Why is this important to me? And I'd like to go back to TV and think of that commercial for that disenfranchised person and sad music, and they ask you for cents a day or 20 bucks. And these bags that we're making are going to be made right here in California by disabled military veterans. By supporting this project and by helping us launch on our first production run, you're creating new jobs for people right here in California that pay a living wage. Over 500 million bags last year were imported from abroad, and I think it's time that this problem ends. And with your help here, we can make this happen. I just don't want to sell you one bag. I want to be the bag company that sells you bags for life. I want to keep adding features, finding more value, finding more ways to have, be an integral part of your experience. And if you've already got a bag, and if you've already got your system down, great, fantastic. Help us gift bags for a friend, for a loved one, for a qualified food bank. I don't care if it's once a year, once a quarter, once a month. We'll do that for you. You got to give out stuff and help people, and here's a new way to do that. So thank you once again for all your time tonight. We're Shopping Bag Solutions. Please check us out and support us. Good evening.
Thank you. San Francisco making waves in innovation and saving the planet.
We're the first city to ban bags, and take on this problem. So this is why we're here, and this is why we have to launch. And please help us make history again.
Yes, let's do this, guys. So a few things. Make sure you guys visit all the crowdfunders, help support them, help back them, learn from them. These guys are giving you incredible information. Support them. And if you're not, if you're somebody that's not working, no money, guess what you can do? You have so much power. You can use your social media presence to just post your stuff up. And I have FlipSlip, and right now I'm at about 600 fans. So I post up every single campaign that's up here. It took so much work to get 600 likes. I would call all my friends and say, please like my page, please vote for me. your network. So you got to make that work. So my point is, make sure you guys support these people because it takes so much work. I had to get 100 votes just to do the beta brand, just to get my prototypes made. And when I first saw that, it was a daunting task because I have an email list of 3,000 people, and I sent it out to everybody, and I got like, I think 3 responses. It was something crazy. It can be harsh. Sometimes just making a simple ask, something that's free, but it does ask of your time. People are inundated by this, so all I want to say is you can help change somebody's life. I know it sounds kind of critical, like really, you can change somebody's life just by that simple action. I got my 100 votes from all my friends. I had people from high school saying, I voted for you. And it took so much work because to get 100 people to do something for me in social media, it took years of networking, of cultivating that just for something free. It is not easy. I'm not going to say it's easy, but it's doable, and it's who you know, and make some friends. So next, guys, we've got Jenny with Changemakers. This is our last official speaker, so make sure you guys give her a big round of applause and your attention. She's been here before, and she's always got incredible information. And after this, we'll open it up to pitches. Make sure you guys support 111 Minna. They're an incredible gallery. Get a drink. And we've got cake in the back. Cake's included. Yeah, we've got strawberry
if it's really interesting, people, it'll go virtual because other people will start sending it around. You want to create a poster for your book or film, and so you imagine what the poster might look like when the book is published, and start off with that. It may not be the final poster, but it will help people visualize a finished product. You want to use a social media or press release, traditional media to spread the word. You want to create short messages or blogs every week or every couple of days, because that's what Google is going to look for, and that'll help you get a higher ranking. You want to include a photo or video link in your press release, because that will also give you more visibility. You want to create joint promotions or work with others to spread the word. So you might find people who are doing social media sites, so maybe you promote them at the same time, so so you don't have to spend as much time. Finally, you might offer a copy of the book or DVD of a film that's considered like a purchase. I have flyers at my booth back there, and I've listed all of these ways of promoting your website. I also have other promotional videos, and we can do consulting with you on crowdfunding, on writing books, and in finding publishers. Thank you.
Thank you, Jenny Scott. Always a pleasure to have changemakers here. Check out their suicide party. They've got their table right back there. Next, we've got something really amazing. It's the very first wireless charger. I got it right. So, I'll let him explain it because it's a little more technical than, you know.
Hello, this is kind of an impromptu speech. I'm a design student. I've never graduated yet, so I'm taking design classes and inspired by my friend of mine to go into product design. Is this good? Okay. So I got inspired to go into product design, and I really like the idea of designing things and doing things how you see them and producing them yourself. So I saved up money and designed the first wireless charging dock, and also priced it at an affordable price. I've seen these other docks go for $90, $100, and they're just basically paperweights. So I was able to integrate a external battery inside of that. So it does the job of two things in one device. So I worked on this project for about 4 to 5 months and finally released it on Kickstarter. All this was kept secret from everybody. None of my friends knew about it, and that was the biggest mistake. What you need to do before you even think about doing Kickstarter is really networking and talking to people and getting the word out what you're doing. Talk to bloggers, anyone that does PR. It's kind of hard because a lot of PR people want to charge you a couple of $1,000s to do releases like that. PR is a press release if you don't know. So what it is you're basically paying a couple grand for someone to send emails out to people and get the word out. That doesn't always work, so you got to do your research on that, see who does a better job. But yeah, if I had to say something, it would be just really get the word out what your idea is. Maybe not the full 100% of what your idea is, but get a good image out there to see for people to see what you're doing. This will get bloggers interested and people sharing it on social media like Facebook or Twitter, and that really does go the extra mile and helps you out. My first campaign, I ran it for 4 days and I got 21 sales. The people who saw my actual item really liked it, and it's just really hard to kind of scrape up the sales if no one knows what you're selling. So yeah, that's my lesson. Just talk to people, get people involved in what you're doing, and good luck to you guys.
Thank you so much. That was really helpful information. Go check them out. Support everybody here. So that is actually the lineup of all the registered speakers. But we actually want to open it up. If there's anybody who's crowdfunding or is thinking about it, you're welcome to come on up here. This is now your time. If anybody, I don't know if there is anybody. I know some people said earlier, but if you want to practice your presentation chops, this is your chance. Otherwise, you can always email info@flipslip.com if you want to line up yourself up for the next show. And a lot of amazing things happen here. You can find some backers, network. People want to learn about crowdfunding, and this is just a great place to meet other crowdfunders because usually this space happens online. We're doing it right here in person. It's all about the people here. be sex pop. Woo! So they're going to be setting up, and in the meantime, guys, support Minna. Get yourself a drink. You know, get yourself an Uber if you drink too much. But do get yourself a drink because we got to support Minna so that we can keep these events happening. And I want to just, can I get a huge round of applause for all the crowdfunders and the crowd? Come on, and the crowd. Thank you guys. Thank you all so much for being here because I guess I should pour my heart out. This means so much to me in my life, like to bring together this community after what I thought was a failure, after like doing too many Kickstarters that didn't work out and thinking, man, I really believe in my shoes. My shoes are awesome. Not these shoes, my flip-slip shoes. The ones that are going to be up on Beta Brand. But if I hadn't done this and I wasn't inspired every single month by all of you, I wouldn't have kept that fight up because we all need that emotional support. It's kind of like sending a whole bunch of emails to people asking them to vote and nobody responds. It's heartbreaking. So just thought I'd give you guys a little guilt trip. Just kidding. But if anybody asks to vote for you, share something on social media, please do it because it means the world to them and they're going to love you for it. Like, you are going to be somebody's best friend as soon as they see that. Like, oh my God, that person cares about me enough. So the 100 people that voted for me, you guys are helping my life change because I just met with Beta Brand and my shoes are going to be up there. This is the fight. I could not, part of the reason why my Kickstarter didn't work was because there's a lot of reasons, but one of them I feel like is a lack of resources, a lack of the right team, a lot of no marketing. All of these projects take money, and if you don't have the money, you have to really get creative about how to do the marketing for free, or you have to have a ton of friends. And it's really hard to have that many friends when you're trying to raise $20,000. It's just not going to happen. So you got to look outside of your network, but there's a lot involved, so that's why we do this, so that we all learn how do you raise 20,000, 100,000, a million. We've all seen it. There's been campaigns here that have raised up to $1 million. So how did they do it? No, they are not that popular. They did not have that many friends. They were very effective in their marketing campaign, and that's what it's all about. So that's what we're here to do. And thank you all. So we hope to see you again, and stay for